God.
Disney has been developing a live-action adaptation of Ghost in the Shell for some time, with Scarlett Johansson in the lead role and a March 31st, 2017 release date. However, reports have now come out that Disney has dropped the project altogether, and Paramount Studios will now be producing the film. According to the story in Variety, all the relevant details are remaining the same, with Snow White and the Huntsman helmer Rupert Sanders directing the movie, and the March 31st, 2017 release date staying intact. John Byers said that this studio change will affect Ghost in the Shell much.
I sell that it'll affect it very much. It sounds like they're far enough along in the process. They got the director on board, they got the writers on board, they got their stars on board. It sounds like this thing is probably already pretty much locked. Why Disney decided to ditch it, I don't know. Whether it was a deal that Paramount made with them, or whether it was a scenario of Disney just ditched it and Paramount swooped in and said, we'll take it. I don't know what it was. I have a feeling there was probably some sort of deal involved, although those details aren't being released at this point. But for now, when I sit back and look at this, it seems to me that this is probably going to end up being the exact same movie it would have been had it still been at Disney. So yeah, I sell that it's going to have much effect at all, Mark.
Yeah, I sell it too. It is just curious to see that Disney's just like, you know what, we tried it, we're good. Anybody else want some of this? And Paramount showed up, and which they probably were smart in doing. I mean, it sounds like a property that could have some legs to it. You have Scarlett Johansson as one of the stars of it. Plus, it's an idea that I think is going to work in a film standpoint. Now, hardcore fans of Ghost in the Shell, they weren't huge fans when this was initially announced because you have Scarlett Johansson, and that's not traditionally who the fans would expect to see in Ghost in the Shell. But having said all that, it's a good idea to make this movie, in my opinion. Maybe Disney was just too busy with their whatever their upcoming slate is in 2017, and they have the Beauty and the Beast live action, they got Star Wars, they have, Marvel and all that stuff. So maybe they just got too packed as far as a budgetary concern, but I think for all the stars and the director and everybody else involved, you're just showing up to a different place in Hollywood to make the rest of your movie, and we still get to see it.
Well, Disney's in the Scarlett Johansson business because she's going to be in Avengers, Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, maybe they're just like, I don't think that, we'll have back-to-back Scarlett Johanssons competing for our money. But I think, could it be the rating? Because Ghost in the Shell, the animated movie, was R-rated. Could it be that they were like, look, we're going to go, it's going to be PG-13, maybe R? And Disney was like, whoa, we don't do R. Could that be it? Or
well, but then Disney would just say, no, make it PG-13.
Right.
And that's what it would have been. So
that's a weird one. I'd like to.
I can't help but wonder if we're going to find out in the next 2 months that another property that once belonged to Paramount, Disney now has. Like, I just wonder if there was some back channel deal that was made to set this up. Maybe it wasn't. I'm just speculating.
It does seem like they played pretty nice together this summer, or the last summer, when they had Rogue Nation was coming out, and they're like, hey, can you guys not talk about Star Wars Rogue One until we get Rogue Nation out? And there was like, I don't know what that deal looked like, but it seemed like it was pretty cordial, so I guess they have a solid relationship.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.